Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today. And it's time for a brand new, it's like 2 days old, but it's new to me, that counts. A new-ish T5, oh wait, oh, you didn't see that, you didn't hear that. Blank that out, go back in the video and then press mute and then play it from there, okay? Alright, I'll wait until you're back. Unmute it after the burp. That's when I'm starting to talk, alright? Anyway, are you back? Alright, cool. Anyway, so let's get to it. T5G, 30 hidden details in Spider-Man 2. I figured I just finished it, so I might as well watch this. They had another video. Maybe it's in the... Yeah, it's right there. 25 Easter eggs. So I'll probably watch that, but I figured I'd watch this one. Oh, this came out 6 hours ago. Why did I think it was a day ago? I don't know. Immediately I saw it and I put it in my little reaction folder, because I'm a freaking reaction channel. So I was like, I gotta watch this. It was only 6 hours ago. I don't have no sense of time anymore. Anyway, let's go. Oh no, Rhino. Did Rhino get killed? I actually don't remember. Let's go. Oh, spoilers for Spider-Man. Straight up, Spider-Man 2 spoilers, most likely, obviously. If you clicked on this and weren't expecting spoilers and details videos, then I don't know what to tell you. And let's go. This doesn't happen, though, by the way. At least I didn't see this. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Spider-Man 2 is full of hidden details, and
oh
while
my
you're swinging around
God.
Brooklyn, you might just stumble across an insane secret.
Oh, yeah?
An
Like
abandoned
what?
estate covered in graffiti that clearly hasn't been used in years. If you're a little suspicious of this place, that's because it's the...
I did see this place. I think in my playthrough, I like jumped on it. I was like, oh, that's weird.
X Mansion, or what's left of it. Hopefully when Insomniac
it's supposed to be... Okay.
That's because it's the X Mansion,
the X Mansion.
What's left of it.
Did they call it the X Mansion? I thought they called it the School for Gifted, whatever. Xavier's School for Gifted Children. Or...
Hopefully when Insomniac's Wolverine game drops,
I guess it's called that.
Learn exactly what happened here. Now, no spoilers, but once you beat Spider-Man 2's
so
story,
weird it's in the same
change
universe.
happens on the map. When you visit the zoo, it's no longer empty, and the enclosure is occupied by Kraven's
pet
tiger, Dima. And
hell yeah!
The triangle button does exactly what you're hoping
That's great.
for.
I love it.
You're pretty cute when you're not trying to eat me.
Aww, who's a good girl?
But some details are even more heartwarming. In the southeast corner of Central Park, you can find a mural that's covered in flowers alongside this Spider-Man plush. The man in the artwork is actually a real person, Craig Goodman, a technical artist for Insomniac Games.
Passed away,
he sadly passed away in 2019, so his co-workers decided to make this memorial to immortalize him forever. Great. And over at Oscorp Tower, you're
they should put that in every Spider-Man game. I wonder if they put it, I'm assuming they put that in Miles Morales, because that came out after he passed away.
Now, it's a little messed up, and that's because of what happened all the way back in 2018 when Peter and Doc Ock's showdown caused it to break off.
They show it.
Once you track down all of the Kraven drones and follow them to their target, you'll find yourself in this apartment. I'm not going to spoil who lives here, but I do want you to listen to the piano.
Okay. I thought they showed that thing later when you're at Oscorp that one time.
If that sounds familiar, it's actually the classical song Moonlight Sonata, and it's known by most Spidey fans for being used in Web of Shadows.
Oh, yeah! So they did have a Web of Shadows reference. I made a joke at one point. Oh, yo, where's the Web of Shadows reference?
One of the absolute strangest things about Spider-Man 2
has
to be the product placement. Clearly they decided to deal with Adidas, because you could find an entire store in Times Square, but that's not where it ends. Later in the game, Miles designs a suit for himself.
I don't even want to look at it. It's so fucking ugly. I don't even care. Don't care if you hate me. That looks so bad, that fucking costume. I don't know what the fuck you're smoking.
Yeah, it's a bold outfit with some questionable choices.
All right, you know what? I don't even want to get it.
Part of the show is his sneakers. Miles, who's famously known for wearing Jordans, now has on real Adidas.
What?
The craziest part is that they're actually a redesign of a $220 Spider-Man collab, so maybe these non-symbiote ones will also go on sale.
Oh my God, I don't want them at all.
Jordans in question, let's just say...
Gore, you're not flying away. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I admit, it's a pretty clever way to avoid copyright, but a completely random detail...
Or you could just have regular shoes. Could just not been branded. That's also a clever way. Oh, better yet, you have a lot of money, so you could just get the copyright. Because, you know, this game probably costs a lot. It's Spider-Man.
Around New York City in an actual vehicle. For a Spider-Man game, the last...
If Into the Spider-Verse could get him, which has, you know, it had what, like a $60-70 million budget or something like that. then I'm sure, whatever.
Expect is to not swing around, but you could totally hop on a bike and just cycle through the city.
Oh, I didn't know you could just hop on a bike.
Oh, the entire franchise, but I gotta admit, it's super fun.
It's not that random considering you do that in multiple side missions and you do it once in a story mission, but
and one of my favorite side missions involves giving
get a little doggy.
Oh,
you can come back.
Once it's complete, you can visit her at any time
Yay!
in Brooklyn. Just make sure you pet the dog.
Hey, what's a good boy? What happens when his battery runs out?
If you're some kind of heartless Spider-Man who attacks innocent people, you'll quickly realize that it's not even possible.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
simply walk up to any NPC, hit the punch button, and something way funnier happens instead.
Oh yeah, baby.
From dancing in the street to being a fashion icon,
I've seen that
there
before.
are so
I didn't do
many
it in my
outfits in Spider-Man
playthrough,
2 that it's easy to constantly switch between them. Some of us just can't make up our minds because they're all so good, but that's when Jameson starts to call you out for being indecisive.
What award show is Spider-Man hosting that he feels the need to his goofy
That's great.
frequently instead of providing any kind of meaningful assistance to the
Make
That's
sure you
really
swing
good.
through Central Park, though, and try to eavesdrop on the crowds. One of them is a couple going on their very first date, and it's hilarious.
I'm only awkward on first dates.
Me too, but I feel like we have
Isn't there a trophy here or something like that?
connection.
Oh, great.
And
And once you've completed a huge mission, don't forget to check the newspaper stands around the city.
Oh,
The
so you're
Daily
still
Bugle
healing.
will
Nice.
actually update its headlines based on where you are in the
That's
story.
cool. I wish
and
you
it's
could get
such an
a-
incredible detail that no one really pays attention to. It does make sense, though, just like what happens when you take damage in Spider-Man 2. The lower your health drops,
The more your suit gets fucked
the
up.
more scratched up and destroyed your suit gets. And this
That's
doesn't
for every suit. That's
only
crazy.
work on the default outfit either. They have updated every single suit in the game to get more ripped and torn as you lose health.
Rips and tears,
One of the
too.
craziest secrets out there was never even meant to be found.
Oh
if
my
you glitch
God.
onto the map, you can eventually find some
I've
tunnels,
glitched
and
into
it'll
that.
lead you all the way to a hidden sewer with a throne inside. Looks kind of unfinished, and on the back wall, you can see the
Yeah, oh, it is real.
disembodied
Oh
head of
my god. It is exist.
Rhino? So that's where the poor guy ended up. Rest in peace, I guess. And you probably
Rip
noticed
Rhino.
while fighting Sandman that the rampage from this guy's opening boss battle is insane. He leaves behind a ton of sand and rubble, which you gotta clean up over dozens of hours, but luckily, you're getting some help from damage control. You can see them repairing the broken buildings, and if the name sounds
Damage
familiar,
control
it's
is
actually a
in-
company
yeah,
that
there you go.
specializes in
From-
cleaning up
from
after
last
superhero
whatever.
fights. And I'm starting to think that Insomniac just loves their branding because everything has their logos. I mean, even the sewers are repping it. Whenever you open a manhole cover, for a split second you can see Insomniac
Oh.
Games, which is etched
Oh,
in the
nice.
design. But one of the coolest differences in the game is from
Oh my
Daredevil.
God, it's
Not only has
Daredevil.
Matt Murdock been evicted from his law office,
No!
Josie's Bar has also received an update. In the first game, it was simply closed, and now the site has been changed to open. Although you still can't enter this place, so I'm hoping maybe in Spider-Man 3. And while we're on the topic of updated Easter
Daredevil.
eggs, the OG game
Yeah,
had
I
one
wish they left Stan Lee in here somehow.
Stan
Maybe
Lee's
they did.
last cameos before he passed away. He was the owner of Mick's Diner, and of course the devs are still paying tribute with a statue on the map.
Awesome.
Simply head over to Mick's and you'll see
Hell
just
yeah.
how big this thing is. I just
Dude, you're like doing the Web of Shadows walk there.
personally love the hidden details on rockets, though. Now, we've all been caught
What?
off guard by a rogue missile while fighting,
Sure,
but if
yeah.
you take just a second to go into photo mode, you can see text saying it's guaranteed
Guaranteed
to
to kill spiders.
The attention to detail is so
It doesn't,
impressive,
though. If
and
it
that's
hits you once,
especially
it
true
doesn't.
if you wear the Raimi suit. This is a unique
Yeah.
outfit
Oh,
for a
it's
huge
so
reason.
good.
If you look at his wrist, there's no web shooters attached,
Yeah.
and that's because Tobey
Because
Maguire's
he,
Spidey shot natural
organic.
webs. And that's not
Oh,
the only
Jimmy
infamous movie
Natural
reference.
Webs.
If you go to Trinity Church in the financial district, make sure to look at the time. The clock is just frozen for some
No.
reason, stuck constantly at 1:21 p.m. Well, it turns out this is a huge detail. 1:21 is the exact time
Oh,
that Gwen Stacy
no.
died in the Andrew Garfield movies, and the clock tower filmed for that scene as well. And I don't know how it's possible, but the Insomniac branding
Spider-Man.
continues in Dr. Connor's house. On his kitchen counter, you'll find 2 coffee jars labeled Insomniac Decaf and Robust. Pretty clever considering coffee can give
Yeah,
you insomnia.
insomnia.
But one of my favorite things to do in these games is to simply take a stroll around New York. Half the time, civilians actually pay attention to you and will snap a bunch of pictures.
They
You'll just
should,
be minding your own business.
Fucking
then suddenly
Spider-Man,
you'll
bro.
hear people complimenting you.
Hey, it's a spider guy.
love you, Bucket Jamaica.
Hell
People were
yeah.
super confused when
They
Spider-Man
love me
Remastered
everywhere.
dropped as they visited this place and saw a cardboard sign in the window. The sign said, "Homeless, need help, thank you." Which is pretty random when you realize what was here in the first game, and in the new one it's been reverted back to the old sign revealing alias investigations.
Oh, okay.
This is Jessica Jones' detective agency, and I guess
Oh.
she's still holding on to the property even if she's having some
I don't
hard
remember that was her
times.
the
For a
name of her
detail
company.
You can only catch
I
one
watched
time.
the
Make sure
show.
you don't skip out on looking around Peter's bedroom.
Yeah, I looked around
There's
a
a
little bit.
secret message in here that was left by a rogue developer.
Oh, shit.
On the back of this innocent spray can, they
Oh, my
left
God.
a ton of text.
Oh.
But the best part is where it calls you out for pausing the game to read it. Yo, nerd, good job. How's your day going? Good. I hope you remember, you can achieve anything. Follow your dreams in, like, a smart way, you know? Can we use swear words in text? I guess. This is a T-rated game, right? Well, that's
Alright.
pretty silly.
Cute.
One of the most underrated
Yeah,
details
it's
is how
cute.
dedicated Spider-Man is to not killing people. Sure, you're literally
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
breaking these guys' bones, and half of them are gonna
Dude, most of them will die later on.
reconstructive
Or they die
surgery,
on the
but,
spot.
Hey, at least they're not dead, right? Well,
Eh.
what about if you launch enemies from skyscrapers?
This was in the last game too.
Simply follow their journey down, and you'll spot a web shooter automatically saving their fall and catching them.
Nice.
And usually
Yeah,
when it
those
comes to
in the last
Spider-Man
game, too.
movies, the suit
And
is
Miles
completely
Morales.
CGI, so it kind of looks like a bodysuit that's made out of one material. Although it's not exactly like this in the games. Insomniac wanted pulling the mask off to
Oh.
actually make sense, so if you zoom in close enough,
You
you
see
can
a
make
seam?
out the lines of the mask.
Oh,
There's
yeah!
no trickery here. These guys went
Wow.
all out.
Dude, the fucking costume in the goddamn game is more realistic than the fucking one in the
But
movies.
it wouldn't be a Spider-Man game without Uncle Ben
Oh
and
my
Aunt May.
God.
They've been reunited
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
since she
that's a
passed
trophy,
and are
too.
buried at the very top of the map. You can visit them as Peter.
I wish we
or
could see
Miles,
this year,
and the devs took
this universe's Ben.
it a step
Uncle
further
Ben.
by adding unique dialogue for each one.
Flying solo now. Trying to earn it, Mrs. Parker. There's so much to tell you, May. Harry's back. We're working together. Parker luck might be turning around.
And those were hidden details in Spider-Man 2. It's been Sammy. Keep it here on T5G.
It's not. By the way, Parker curse lasts forever. All right, those were actually pretty good. I didn't know almost any of those. Not that I would. The game just came out, and I don't look for secrets. There's a couple there. I'm like, hey. Anyway, that was cool. Anyway, link in the description, of course. Check it out yourself. You already watched it, I'm sure, if you watched this. But you could skip to the end for some reason. You can skip to the end of his reaction. Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's me. And that's the end of the video. You should go back and watch it. Or watch the actual thing. Not me. Whatever. Fuck you. What's your fucking problem?